Okay, and welcome back to the Mystic Syndicate and the Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition Homebrew Campaign, Ambassadors to the Barbarian Kings, Episode 40. So here we are at Episode 40. Welcome, my players. Thank you all once again for joining us here this evening. Awesome to see everybody. Everybody got to level up last time, and some of us actually leveled up about 10 minutes ago. Rob. But that's okay. That happens. But I'm glad everybody did get a chance to level. And so
Every
we
time.
are. What was that?
Every time.
Every
Happens
time.
some,
Every
every
time.
time.
That's right. So, yes. So, once again, welcome. We are getting closer and closer to the. Actually, we're getting really. I would say we might actually be maybe a month and a half out from the finale, actually.
I was just waiting for you to go, surprise, last episode's today. See you
Yeah.
later, suckers.
Suckers. No, I wouldn't do that to you. No, but we are actually getting pretty close to the end, which is as with all good things. Eventually, they do actually finish in some sort of way, shape, or form. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Anna B. Meyer for her beautiful maps. So make sure to check out Anna B. Meyer over at her channel. She does have a Twitch channel and she does stream pretty often. She shows off all of her wonderful cartography skills, fantasy cartography, and she also has a Patreon page. So go over, take a look at her Patreon, and donate if you can. Become a Patreon and a patron and help her over on Patreon. Alrighty, wonderful. So, for those people who do not know, who are just checking in, I am Brian, the Dungeon Master. We have been doing this for a little over a year and 2 months. Is it 2 months? I think so. Um,
Forever.
Forever. Oh my gosh! It's so funny to look back and say, "Wow, 40 episodes. This is crazy." But it's been wonderful. It's been an awesome adventure. Uh, but do not fret, because once this campaign is over, a new one will be on the horizon pretty quickly. And before that, that new one does take off, we might have a couple of like 3 night adventures. I think one's going to be a Call of Cthulhu uh, 3 nights, so we'll see how that works out. And of course, all people who are playing here are welcome to, of course, join that. And we may also add some other people who might be interested in playing. I think I can handle up to about 6 players. So we have 4 right now.
We know you
So,
can handle a lot more than just 6.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember how many we had sitting around the table that time. Um, was it like all the kobolds were there? We had everybody there. I'm trying to remember
Like
how many. Was it like
7 or 8?
8? Well, you got to think if it was you and Ricky, Jeff and
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl, and then the 3 kids.
Lexi and Katie.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
wasn't Ralph there too?
Uh, Lexi and Katie and who? Oh my gosh, what's there are 2 boys. I know one wasn't there, but I can't remember the other one's name. I can picture his face.
You talking about Cheryl's kids?
Yeah.
Russell and Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so it's probably about 7. I'd say probably the largest group I ever ran was at Past, Present, and Future. I did a one-shot dungeon crawl with 12 people. It was a nightmare, but it was, yeah, that was a nightmare. Alrighty. So, guys, if y'all want to go ahead and do the introductions, we'll start with Shane and work our way down.
I am Shane playing Apton, the cleric, Mousefolk, shitpotster, group savior, inflictor of unconsciousness, permanent and otherwise.
I'm Christy playing Athena, fighter, shifter.
Oh. Thought she was still going. Okay. I'm Rob, and I'm playing Nathanios. And I don't know, I like to breed Furbies.
Did you say you like to breed with Furbies?
No, I like to
No, he
breed.
doesn't want to
with them.
breed with them. He breeds them.
Oh,
God.
There's a
Okay.
toss up. There's a toss up between that or bronies. I know which one to go for.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, honestly, I think bronies would have been funnier. It would have been worse than funnier. I don't know. Anyway, I'm Max. I play Phenom. I'm a dwarf ranger.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. Well, last time we met, it got kind of hairy and kind of crazy. They had made their way north along this river system here, and were getting ready to cross this road right here when they noticed that there was a 2-mile long cart caravan heading towards Aru Tavar, which is right here. And while Nathanios was scouting ahead, trying to find out what was going on with this and seeing if there was a clear way over to the other side of this path, he unfortunately was ran over by a cart. And he had to scurry across. He ended up scurrying across the road on this side of the road and found shelter in some snowbank and some fallen grass and stuff of that nature, the tall grass, and was able to escape detection. While this was going on, Phenom came up and did a little bit of scouting on the road to see if he could locate him. And once he realized that there was orcs and hobgoblins searching the other side of the road, he decided to head back to the encampment to let Apton and Athena know what had happened. And as he was making his way back, an explosion ripped through the caravan, tossing carts and orcs and hobgoblins and goblins skyward. At that point in time, the ground opened up under Nathanios, and he was lowered into a cavern system that is running around this area. He does not really know how deep or how far it goes. And he was actually captured or taken into custody, so to speak, by a group of barbarian, let's see, probably patriots would probably be a better way to put it. You can definitely tell that they are not of the same barbarians that you had met before. So, and I think what ended up happening was that, trying to remember, oh, okay, then you all, that's right, the rest of the group was informed by a barbarian, probably an escort or just a barbarian who got up and came running to the towards the camp to see if they could locate you. They did, and now all of you are down inside this cavern system, if I remember right. And the last time we talked, Apton was working on fixing Nathanios's broken femur, and he actually put him, made him go unconscious. So right now, Nathanios is unconscious.
I have to roll anything to
For the
shit
best.
myself?
What was that?
Do I have to roll anything to shit myself?
No.
Constitution.
No, you're unconscious. Yeah. Need to roll a constitution check. No. All right. So here we are. You guys are down inside the.
An
Yes.
agreement with the two prince and princesses
Yes.
that we would be working towards the
crystals.
the main crystal in the city.
Right. And they told you that there were 3 crystals within the city, right?
Yes.
They did. Okay. So, yes, you were informed that there are 3 crystals within the city. There are 2 on the along the outskirts of the city, but there is an actual large one inside the throne room chamber of the Great Longhouse, which is a large Viking-style longhouse, and that is where their seat of government, where their king actually lives. So, what are you going to do with Nathanios?
Him from the neck down.
Wait, what?
Bury him from the neck down.
Bury him from the neck down.
Mother's face in honey, and yeah.
Well, is he healed? I mean, he's unconscious, but is he healed?
You should blow me from the waist down.
God. Well, right now he is.
We have an explosive spell that would do that.
So yeah, right now he is not in any way, shape, or form movable unless somebody casts a. It would be a cure, because it's a bone. It'd be more like a cure serious wounds if somebody has that.
I don't have cure serious wounds. I have 3rd level cure wounds.
Well, let's see what this cleric has.
So a 3rd level cure wounds wouldn't work?
I mean, if we were to objectify him and not consider him a person, I could use mending.
Yeah, that usually is used for inanimate objects.
Well, he's inanimate at the moment. He's unconscious.
Well,
He does have a good point there.
He is not wrong.
I've got inflict wounds. Does that work? Shatter? Does shatter work?
Hold on. Hear him out.
Oh, God.
If I already have something that's shattered and he casts shattered wounds or whatever, wouldn't that reverse the process, thus healing said wounds?
I think shatter.
Try it.
I think shatter only works on crystalline and stone sort of things. It doesn't.
I have a titanium hip.
Titanium. Lord.
All right. Well, all right.
Anybody have restoration?
I do not.
No.
Jesus!
I have lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration would work.
Would that heal him, like the bone?
Well, I mean, we can always look up what lesser restoration, or if you can share it.
I can get my sword out and amputate it and cauterize it at the same time.
Touch creature can either one a disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blind, apparently. Yeah, that doesn't really handle large bone-shattering breaks, I think.
All right. Well, so since we can't cast anything, also that used up a slot, so I'm just gonna remove it real quick, saying that I did that. I guess if I did I guess I casted it and it didn't work, and I went, oh well, shit.
Well, no, because I didn't think you were going to use it if it wouldn't have been. You would have known what the spell would have done. Right. So you wouldn't have attempted it. So you still have that spell slot.
Okay. All right. All right. So we can't cast anything. We're in the barbarian base thing, like in the underground. Do they have anybody that can heal him?
At this point in time, they don't. The closest person who would be probably strong enough to be able to do that would be in Arutavar.
Okay, so we need to take him there. Is there any way that we know that we can heal him with like a potion or any spells that we can like find and learn?
It's like mostly these folks here are mostly like a fast attack squads and stuff like that. It's taken them some time to actually build this little base, but it was primarily to be used to strike at, convoys going to and from Arutavar. So you think that this is just a temporary area, and that they may have other areas that they can get to. So you're not really too sure what. I mean, you can ask Amu, who is there.
Okay.
Um,
Well, yeah. Then, like, I'd
Uh,
ask them: is there anywhere that we can move him that can heal him?
I also don't see any spells other than lesser and greater restoration
you don't have
that
like
do anything.
there's not like a cure serious wounds or anything like that.
Sure.
I mean,
I'm using the wrong keyboard.
isn't
Damn
that
it.
kind of a thing?
There's cure wounds and mass cure wounds.
Okay. Well, you don't need mass. You just need cure.
Well, I could do cure wounds.
Well, there's that. Yeah, touch a creature. Cure wounds, 3rd level, 20 healing.
Yeah, I could go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'll work. And so I don't.
Will that wake him up?
Yes, that will wake him up.
Well, let's wait until we're ready to go, and then we'll
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay.
want to just like throw him on my back and I can carry him until we get there, and then we can wake him up.
Okay.
Yeah. So wait,
Sounds good to me.
he healed me for 20 points?
Nope,
Nope.
I have not done anything yet.
Oh, okay.
We're thinking
All
of
I
whether or
see
not
is
we
cure
want you
wounds.
conscious.
All right. Well, I'm gonna retract my cure wounds then.
Okay. That's perfect.
Oh, okay. That was phenoms.
Yeah. No, because I thought it would do the same thing like lesser restoration, but it just kind of was like, oh, here's 20.
Right. Okay. So, Amu walks up to you and says that they are planning on, now that they've hit and the convoy is in disarray, they're going to start making a move to the north along an access tunnel that they have. What the access tunnel will do is it's actually going to take them about a half a mile to the north where it exits onto the surface. And they have horses and other people waiting along a dried up creek bed or river bed there that's deep enough so that it cannot be observed from the road. And they ask if you will be going with them, because they also tell you it's going to be pretty unsafe here pretty quickly.
Yep, we will move with you.
How
All
do we
right.
get our horses about?
Oh, those horses are gone.
Yeah, she kind of looks at you and says, "I'm very sorry. There's really no way of possibly getting them across that road at this point in time. But we do
Good
have
thing we don't
extra
have any
horses."
bonding with any of these animals.
Yeah, really.
Well, I'm just saying, I left them because somebody said we could come back and get them.
And who was that?
Well, I thought the guy that he said, "Hey, we have your friend," said, "Oh, we'll get them later."
Well,
I guess.
yeah, unfortunately, no, you're
He
not going to
lied.
be able to. Okay. So they start, you can see that they're hastily getting things prepared for move. And you have two barbarian patriots walk in, and they have a litter stretcher that they start to load Nathanios onto.
Silent trip.
And soon you see them leave the little interior chamber that you were in, and everybody is starting to now make their way north along the exit passageway.
The group goes marching one by one.
Okay, so like I said, it's about a half a mile stretch along this. You see as they are leaving, as you all start to pass, they start to extinguish the torches that they've placed on the walls. And yeah, you can see that this is primarily it was very hastily put together. This entire little encampment sort of thing. I mean, maybe you can see that the walls here were natural, where water at one point in time had probably eroded through here, but it has since dried up. And so they're natural cave works, but yeah, you can see that it had been repurposed by these patriots to stem the flow of goods, materials, and monstrous soldiers from the east. Soon you emerge into a light, like a lighted tunnel entrance. It's small, but it's easy enough for medium-sized creatures to pass through very quickly. And you see that you're now actually in the bottom of a riverbed, and you see that there are at least 15 horses here, and you see you see a large cart, sort of a Conestoga wagon cart. You guys remember like the ones you came up in from Greyhawk? And has a 4-horse team, and they're loading Nathanios into the back of the Conestoga wagon.
Nice.
I remember those from Oregon Trail.
Yeah, but at least here you don't have to worry about dying of dysentery.
That's true. Or snake bites.
Snake bites, dysentery. You got shot.
No, right?
Yeah. All right.
Your wagon sank crossing the river.
Yeah. So yeah, they quickly load everyone into Nathanios here in the back of the wagon. They put they motion for Apton to also be in the back of the wagon. Athena, they give you a horse. And Phenom, they also offer you a horse. So you all are ready to pretty much start making your way along this pathway here. They're following the road, but they are not on the road, because along this road path is a like I said, this riverbed which goes up through here. Eventually, it will tie into this actual river here, but then you'll probably end up having to cross the road to make it to a Rue Tavar. Totally, they are moving quickly because they're trying to get out of the area as fast as possible. And I think I'll try to give you a time of day, because I think you all had arrived at that little camp area. Was it like right before, like it was right around noon, was it not, when you made your camp to scout the road?
We didn't even really get to make a camp because we were going to be crossing the road to set up camp. So it was
Yep.
3 or 4 hours before night.
Yeah. Okay. So by the time that all of this has transpired, it didn't really take all that long to do this. So you're really about a little bit after noon when you exit this cave system.
Was anybody hurt prior to us? Was everybody at full health other than unconscious boy?
Yeah, I'm full. I'm 94.
Yeah.
I never took damage.
Right. I think
Okay.
everybody else is good.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so like I said, they're making very quick time, and about an hour into the journey, you can see that they've started. They start to slow down a little bit, and actually they take a rest break at about the 2:30 in the afternoon mark, where everybody is. They give the horses water, a little bit of food. You see a couple of the barbarian patriots are eating rations and just sort of taking a break to give the horses a little bit of time to recuperate from the ride. You also see that there's a few barbarians who are going around and are making small light repairs on the wagon, just to keep it operational and working. So yeah, you're about 2 hours or about an hour and a half out from where you were at. Oh, somebody's got a kitty cat. Had a kitty cat.
And that cat said, "Fuck you, bro. I ain't paying up on this bitch. I ain't getting paid."
He's like, oh yeah, hey, 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 and then I go, oh hey, and he's like, no, never mind.
That's cute. All right. So, you continue after about a 45-minute break. You start to see that that they are getting back on. Amu comes back and talks with you as a group. Now, is Nathaniel? I think Nathaniel, you were only going to be out for like an hour, so you're actually conscious now.
Can I push it again? The off button.
Yeah, you can give that a try. I would caution you that you may want to maybe think about your alignment.
I'm not killing him. I'm just turning him off. I mean, you don't think about your
inflicting
alignment. You
pain.
turn off your alarm on your phone.
You're inflicting pain.
I
That's
do that all
my
the time,
alignment.
anyways.
That's my alignment. Yeah, towards bad people.
No, I've done it towards good people too.
Yeah, he actually has. Yes, he has.
He's obliterated a pretty good person before.
That is true.
All because he had to ask some fucking questions.
Yeah. Don't ask the mouse guy a question. All
And
right.
I'm pretty sure my alignment's neutral good, and I'm pretty sure that would be for the good of everybody. But I won't. I'll think about it for later, but I won't do it just yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, you can see that Nathanius is conscious. He's just sort of sitting there looking down at his broken leg, and
I do
so-
like the yeah.
so
I want to do the gym. Sorry, go on.
So Amu comes back to you to talk with you guys and sort of fill you in on what the next plan is. Being that they have pretty much, they believe that you all are a crack team of,
Crack team, all right.
yeah, they're a crack team.
Smoke or snort.
Yeah, a crack team of scouts from the Velvet Empire. They're willing to share information with you, and their next attack is they kind of felt emboldened by their actions and also by the knowledge that you all know how to shatter crystals. And so they think, and this is what Amu tells you, she says that the next plan is that they are going to hit the crystals on the outside of the city, but they would like for you to lead the assault on the crystal in the longhouse.
Are two of the crystals outside of the like away from the longhouse?
Yeah, there's actually two.
Outside of town.
There's one to the north of the city. There's one to the south of the city. But there's one in the center of the city, which is actually in the longhouse.
Is he wanting us to do it at the same time, or like hit one and then us hit the other?
No, what's going to happen is they're going to lead the assault on both the north and south crystals, which is going to draw the
That's just what I was gonna
soldiers.
ask.
They're going to draw the soldiers out of the city to
And then
defend
we
those
sneak in
crystals.
and
Yep,
get the big one.
and they have a way of getting you in. Because remember,
Okay.
this prince and princess know the longhouse quite well, and they know how to get into it and get you, past. But they need a diversion, and so
And then we'll have to like go back and take out the other two after we take out the.
right.
Well, in theory, we're hoping that they can take out one or two of them, possibly.
Yeah, but then they're gonna have to deal with the golem. Like we're the only ones that have that special little thing that like completely obliterates the crystal and anything inside of it.
That is true.
So if they manage to break a crystal, then they have to deal with the golems, which means we might want to go give them backup after we take care of the main crystal anyway, to make sure that they don't get eaten by golems or something.
Okie dokie.
Or we can tell them don't break the crystal because something bad might come out. Just fight around it, and then we'll come take care of the crystal after we get the big one. That way they won't break it. They can pretend to break it, but they won't break it.
Okay, yeah,
Pretend to break it.
Amu asked you, it said, so these golems, how many are inside the crystals?
Well, the last one we broke, 2 came out, and then 1 created another one from it. So they have the possibility of multiplying once they get out.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
she looks at you and says, "Okay, well we have a lot more soldiers than just what you see here. We have an encampment a little bit south of Arutavar. So as soon as we get to that encampment, we're going to split them up into even groups of at least we have 20 for each crystal. So that's
I guess what I'm saying is like you can like attack to make the diversion. I'm just saying you might not want to follow through with actually breaking the crystal. If you break the crystal, it'll create a problem. And I think it has that thing that was a psychic attack, right? I was too far away, but I think that was a psychic attack.
Well, there's no psychic attack. It was just don't touch it.
Okay, if you touch it, because it did something like every few minutes or something, it did something. But if you don't attack the actual crystal, and you like attack the guards around it, and maybe that'll draw the people from the inside, then you should be fine, and we'll come and like destroy the crystal afterwards.
Well, what it did was it actually pulsed an anti-magic shield.
Okay.
Because if you remember, Apton had casted Sleet Storm on it, and when it pulsed anti-magic, it blew away his spell.
Oh, see, I'm not magic, so I didn't really get affected by that.
Yes, but that's what happened. Okay. So very good. She agrees. She says that that's what they'll do. They will not actually try to shatter the crystal, but they're going to try to draw as many soldiers away from the center of the city to allow you all to break in and get to where you need to go. All right. Very good. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you all start once again journeying. And it takes you, and they're not stopping to sleep. They're taking little 45-minute breaks about every 2 hours, but they have a deadline to make. So they are trying to get back to Arutavar, and you guys
While we're going on this trip,
yep.
I'm going to crack open that Golem book that I had found.
Okay.
Since I'm now actually able to read it without my brain like turning to mush.
Right.
And does it say what kind of golem it allows me to make?
Okay.
Or shows me how to make?
Right. The first golem that the lowest level golem that you can actually make is a clay golem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a clay golem book then, right?
Well, it's a manual of golems. What happens is each one is there's more. They become more powerful as they get more complex. So
Okay.
yeah, like with a clay golem, you would be able to read the section on clay golems, but if you were going to step up to flesh golems or something else or wood golem, it you may not be able to read certain parts of the passages. But you can
Okay.
read the entire clay golem grimoire at this time.
Okay, then I will read on that.
Okay. Okay, so while you're reading that, the caravan or the this little group is making its way slowly, well, not even slowly, surely towards the southern part of Eru Tuvar. And like I said, they're moving quick. They're moving as fast as their horses are able to do so in a safe amount of time. And so they travel through the night. And as they get as dawn starts to light in the east, far away to the northwest, you can actually see smoke rising from the steppe. And use Amu on her horse comes back to the back of the wagon and says, "It said, Cleric Captain, if you look to the northwest, you will actually see the plumes of smoke from the encampment." Or from the actual the city of Eru Tavar. We will be arriving in our secret camp in probably about 30 minutes.
I guess I'll go ahead and reach behind me and heal his leg.
Okay. So, Nathanios, you see Apton, and he gives you 12 hit points of 12 hit points back,
Thank you.
and you feel a lot better. Your leg is it's still a little painful.
How long? Real quick, how long was the journey?
You're looking at probably close to
From like when he
about
broke his leg to like when we left to come to where we are now.
okay. So when you actually left, when they packed up everything and left the
Yeah.
you're looking at probably close to about 21 hours.
Okay, so feasibly he's had like a long rest.
Yes. Oh yeah, everybody actually had kind of a long rest.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. That'll work. Okay. So in about a half hour after she alerts you to the distance, you all arrive in an encampment area that is bustling with activity. You see that there is at least probably close to about 60 people here. Some you do see some are dressed in leathers and hides, denoting their status as from the barbarian clans of this area. But you also notice that there, surprisingly, is a squad of elves here. You do not notice or you do not recognize the cloak that they wear, but you definitely see that there is some sort of it's a ranger squad, maybe half of a platoon, which is about 16 elven archers. If anyone can, if you have like a knowledge, nobility, or history, you can give it a roll.
Which role?
History?
Screen.
I did not do very good in history.
No. Okay.
Hey, look, it's the president.
So, Rob, you going to give it a history check? Or did you already do that?
No, but I guess I could.
May as well.
I mean, you are an elf.
Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize the seal or the actual crest on their tunic, but you definitely see that they are definitely not human. They are definitely elves, and you can see that they're actually training, and they are shooting their bows and making just remarkable shots with it. Amu brings the group to a halt in the center of the encampment, and people start rushing out to help unload the cart and help people down from it. You see some excited looks on faces as they look upon you, and see the golden dragon pin on your cloaks, and you hear excited. Sort of excited murmur ripple through the crowd, and to such a point where even the elves who are practicing their archery stop what they're doing and look in your direction. To one side is a large, sort of like what you would consider a command tent. And Amu asks you all to join her and her brother inside. Once you get inside, you can see that it is a very well appointed command tent. There is a long table. There are maps spread out on the table, and there are other people and other barbarians. Also, you see another human who is not of the. He doesn't look like your regular barbarian. He's wearing a silver cuirass, and he is brandishing a longsword. He has it in his scabbard at the hilt. Usually, barbarians do not wear like plate, but he is wearing a plate, half plate armor. And he looks up from the map as he walks in, as you all walk in. And he, in a booming voice, he says, "Well, well, well. It looks like we have some much needed company." And he walks over to you and looks you all up and down. And he says, "Ah, this is excellent news." He extends a hand and he says, "Gregor Maines, I'm the commander of this rabble." And he hands his hand out to you, and to shake it.
I reach out and shake it and say, I'm the least misfit of this band of misfits.
He just looks down at you and he says, "Well, it's great to meet all of you." And says, "Come, you see what we have planned." And you all walk over to the maps, and he shows you how all of Aru Tavar is laid out, and he shows you where the crystals are, the north and the south crystal, and he also shows you where the main the longhouse is. And he says, he looks at you and says, "So what we're going to do is we're going to lead an attack on the two outer crystals." And then you hear Amu sort of break in and says, "Commander, it seems like it might be a better idea with the information that Athena has given me. We should not actually break the crystals or try to shatter them." And he looks up very quickly at you, Athena, and says, "Oh, so why should we not break these?" And Amu says, "From what Athena has told us, that there may be golems trapped inside who would be very, very hostile towards us once we free them." And he's kind of like, "Oh, we hadn't seen that before. Of course, we haven't really had a chance to crack any of these crystals either. So you've cracked one."
Yes.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. So I guess the suggestion would be we just draw as many troops out as possible, and then you all go in to take out the main crystal.
Yes.
Hmm. And so you have a way of shattering the crystals without releasing the golems.
Yes, we do.
Excellent.
So after we take out the main one, we'll come out and take out the smaller ones.
I said, this is perfect. Perfect. You also, at this point in time, you see one of the elven archers walk in, and he sort of bends over and looks at the end and says, well, it looks like we have everybody ready. I know my folks are. And he looks
Can
over
I ask you guys a question?
the elf looks down and said, well, of course.
There were explosions on the road.
Yes.
Were you guys responsible for that?
Well, we did have a hand in it.
Would you be able to cause a bunch of explosions on the outside of town, like
Oh.
on the walls and whatnot, which would draw a lot of people out with, explosions?
We already have areas nearby the crystals ready for those pyrotechnics. You'll know
Okay.
you will know when those pyrotechnics go off. You will have 10 minutes to get inside the city walls. There is going to be a rush of people trying to get into the city, and also a rush of soldiers getting out. We have
Would you guys
disguises
be able
for
to
you.
fill a cart to maybe blow the gate closed after the soldiers have left, so they could not come back out?
I
Or
don't know.
come back in?
I'm not really too sure if we could get actually that close, but we could give you some of our explosives to plant on your way in.
That'll work for me.
Okay.
Figure if we can keep them at bay a minute longer is a minute better.
He says exactly. He reaches behind him into a crate, and he brings out 2 flasks. And he says, this flask right here has some of the, it's not really much of it's a solvent that you will need to mix with this. Once you mix the 2, all you have to do is just literally put the one that you filled on the ground or in an area that you want to have the pyrotechnics go off. Said I can
Have
give
any ball bearings?
I can give you 4 of these flasks.
Wait, what do we do with them?
You mix it, you
You
pour
mix the
one into the other,
Yeah.
close it, throw it, and it goes boom.
Oh.
Well, he
Put some.
he corrects you. He says you don't want to throw it. You have to give it time for it to react. What you do is if you throw it, it will explode immediately and will probably kill everyone nearby. But if you just place it down gently near the area that you want the pyrotechnics to explode, you have 2 minutes to get to safety.
I'm gonna give 2 of them to Athena and say,
Okay.
you hold on to these. We may need you to shake and throw at some point. Just don't fumble the throw.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I'm just thinking, imagine if we wrapped arrowheads around the fucking thing and just made a frag grenade out of it. Just arrowheads going.
You could probably put things inside the flasks and stuff. I mean, I guess you could turn it into a fragmentation grenade, but that would be totally up to you. Okay. So, you all continue. As you can see, they had this all pretty much mapped out, and the idea is to attack at night. And they are planning on doing this this assault within the next 10 hours. So that will actually put it probably closer to about 11 o'clock at night.
So I have time to take another long rest if I
Yes.
need to.
Yes, everybody will be able
Gonna
to get
look-
another long rest.
I'm going to look at the general and ask him if he has an infirmary with any injured people.
He says, fortunately, at this point in time, we do have an infirmary, but we fortunately have no one injured. Of course, that will change tonight.
Okay. That'll be a problem for later.
All right, so we're just kind of trying to figure out what we're doing for the next couple hours, basically.
Right.
Well, is there anything that needs to be done around here that we can help out with?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of preparation. They are asking that if anyone knows how to sharpen blades, they can work work the stone.
I did a blacksmithing job, and they liked me.
That's right. You did a good job. So
I did a good job.
you actually head over to the the little smithery that they have set up, and you start sharpening blades and arrowheads and things of that nature. Your bodkin arrowheads. You help out a Fletcher with doing some bowstringing and things like that. So yeah, you keep actually pretty busy. Anybody else wanting to do something else?
I'm going to find things to put inside of the bottles.
Okay. Actually, if you head over to the smithy, they actually they probably have like nails and things like that you can actually drop down into the flasks. The flasks are probably about the same size that you would find. It would be like a large flask that you would find in a chemistry lab. It's like one of those large Erlenmeyer flasks. So, yeah, you have those. So, yeah, you're able to find sharp metal objects that that you can easily, and once you tell them what you're trying to do, what you're looking for, they actually assign someone to actually work on just making you little tiny pieces of sharp metal that you can put into these flasks.
That will be fantastic.
Cool. Athena, you doing anything?
Yeah. Hold on. My tools that I had, they were the smith tools, right?
The tools
Yeah,
that
I
you
think
have?
you have smithing tools.
Yeah, you have some smithing tools.
So then I'll just go down to the smithy.
Okay, very good. All right. Nathanios,
Yep.
is there anything special you wanted to work on while you are here, or are you going to try to... Well, I mean, you have time to do a little bit more recuperation.
Can I walk around?
Yeah, you can walk around, but your leg is a little stiff.
I think it's time to limber up.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm going to do some stretches.
Okay. So, yeah, while everybody else is working in the smithy, Nathanios is walking around getting his squat thrusts in and stuff like that, and flexing.
Every now and again, I'll come up to a random person and be like, "Do you do CrossFit, bro?
Do you even lift, bro?"
I could bench press a fucking horse."
Oh my gosh. So yeah. So you you do that for a little while until you get to a point where you're like, oh, okay, you feel like you're ready. You feel like you've stretched out enough. There is still a little bit of discomfort, but it's not as bad as it was. And certainly not as bad as when you broke it. So that's that's a big deal. Everybody will receive a long rest after this. So if you've missed any, if you're still down on hit points, you will get your, I think it's your hit dice worth. I think that's the way that works.
Yeah, you just if you go to the D&D Beyond thing, you click long rest, it'll do it for you. So.
Yeah, on your
I will also
character
work
sheet.
on trying to prayer and bless all the soldiers.
Okay.
Hopefully, Cord will give
Right.
them some blessing.
Cool. Okay, so yeah. As it starts getting closer and closer to night, they break for dinner, and everybody meets in the command tent. You see that they've cleared off the table, the very long table there of the maps, and you see that everyone is sitting down there. There's a large group of people here. You see some that are actually sitting on the ground along the back of the tents, and they are enjoying what you can only describe as probably a meal of potatoes and venison and some other vegetables. And some speeches are made. The commander, Gregory, gets up there and he informs everybody what the plan is and how things are going to go. He says that after dinner, they're going to start breaking into their groups, and they're going to start actually making the north group is going to leave and start making their way to around the outskirts of the city to the north. Then your group, you and your team, are going to start making your way. They've given you disguises to wear to look sort of like the locals. But they say that probably the people that will be harder to disguise will be, of course, Apton and even Phenom. So they've been working on a way of being able to get you guys in. They're going to give you the Conestoga wagon so that you can travel in, looking like you are. You're actually a part of a merchant band coming from the east. So yeah. So after everybody eats dinner, they assemble everybody outside. The north group leaves, and about an hour and a half after the north group leaves, you and U5 or 4, I'm sorry, U4 get. So who's going to be driving the team?
Say maybe
Well-
Athena might.
Well, yeah, like so we're kind of being me and Apton are kind of like, we probably shouldn't be looked at quite a lot.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
probably shouldn't be, out in the open driving.
Right.
So
Okay, so Athena, you're going to drive the team. You have a wagon, and you have 2 horses attached to the wagon. It's easy enough to disguise a Nathanios, so you don't really have to worry too much, Nathanios. Or Athena, you don't either. The disguises they have really cover you all well enough that you'll be able to make your way. Now, once you actually make it through the front gate, what they're trying to do is they're trying to plan it so that once you get to the gate is when the attack starts. So you might get held up at the gate for just a couple of minutes, but once you actually make it inside the city itself, then you can ditch the wagon. The main road goes right up to the longhouse in the center of Aru Tavar. Do you guys have any questions before we get started?
So when it
Well,
starts, just jump up the wagon and run.
Are we like hiding under something, or are we just like in the back of the wagon?
Right now, it's the same wagon that you came up in. It's the one that it's a covered wagon.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we're
you all are
not
actually
bad.
covered, and there are blankets and tarps in the back that you can use to hide in.
Under. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I feel like we should probably try to get there before the attack starts, just that way we're not held up as long. Because I feel like once the attack starts, they're just gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of the." Or would they bring us in?
Well, you're not really too sure what's going to happen once you get to the gate.
All right. Well, Fuck it. Let's just go.
Okay. So, like I said, by the time you all leave, it's dark,
What
and
was your question?
there is a light snow falling, and it is going to take you probably about an hour or so to make it to the front gate, which will place you right around 11 o'clock at night.
Real
Now,
quick,
yeah,
just because I want to clarify this before it becomes something. The bomb that I have is considered a weapon, correct?
yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I need to know.
Okay. All right. So you get into your positions, and the cart leaves the encampment. Athena is driving the cart. Nathanios, are you setting up in with Athena, or are you going to hang out in the back?
I'll hang out in the back.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So once you do that, like I said, the encampment is right here in this like area. So they hit this. You guys hit this road, and you start making your way up. Once you get to the outskirts, you can actually see this is a very large city, but it's primitive. You have instead of the stone walls that you expect to see in like large cities like Greyhawk or Tyndall, or even even some of the other cities that you would find in your travels, Bardic. Um, this one has a wooden palisades that goes around. It's just you can see that they've obviously taken some care and defense, because you can see that on the other side that there is a walkway up at the top, probably scaffolding, which allows archers to shoot down and also pour oil. This is what you're able to see, Athena, as you get closer and closer. As you can see, there's like a river that runs right under that. You have a bridge to cross, and you see that as you get to this bridge, you can see the South Crystal, which is really just on the other side of this little tributary here. And once you cross it, you see it's a very large crystal. It's actually the same size as the one that you destroyed back in the southern part of the Wolf Clan lands. And the bridge is made of wood as well. It seems to be in pretty good condition, and you can hear the hoofs of of your horses and the wheels rattling across it. And on the other side, you see the wooden fence, which stands about 25 feet tall. So,
were the walls made of wood?
yep, the walls are made of wood.
So if they poured oil and lit it on fire, would they be burning themselves down?
They have a way of being able to eject it, and they they have a way to be able to clear their walls. But you can also see as you get closer and closer that they do have systems near this little tributary that they can draw water from very quickly. Gotcha. No. So, all right. So you actually get up to about the you get up to the gate where you're stopped by a large barbarian man who is standing next to a hobgoblin who looks to be not really in charge, but he does seem to have a commanding presence. And they start to walk towards you. They're about.
We didn't discuss the cover story. What am I supposed to say to him?
You're a merchant. That was the cover story they told us. You're a merchant from
I'm
the
not
east.
good at lying. We should have had
Yeah,
Nathaniel.
should
Could have
have.
had Nathaniel.
Oh, now y'all want me to talk. Now y'all want me
No,
to
we
talk.
don't want you to talk.
I had no issue.
That's not what I heard.
I had no issue, Rob. Okay, wasn't me.
You know what?
Hey.
I think I'm just gonna sit back and watch this all unfold.
Okay, so they make their way to the cart in front of you and are talking to another person who is they have an open cart. They don't have a Conestoga wagon like you do, and they're talking with that person briefly, and you see that whoever was in that cart passes them some sort of papers or parchment, and they take a quick cursory look at it, and then they hand it back to them, and the cart is waved in past the gate, and now they're making their way. Actually, they're waving you up as so you are you gonna drive your team up?
Sure, might as well.
Okay.
Not that we've got any papers.
So, they you pull up and in front of them, and you see the hobgoblin looks around at it says and in common he gruffly calls out and says, "What are you carrying?"
Goods to sell, such as blankets and such.
He just sort of growls under his breath. He says, "Do you have any papers? Where is it that you come from?"
We come from a land down under.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Anybody got that? Nobody got the reference? Fuck y'all then.
Okay, so you are going to need to either concoct a story, which means you're going to have to use deception.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use this. No.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
You know what? I'm just the driver. Let me get my
Wait, can I give her a tip? Can I say this even though I'm, supposed to be quiet?
Okay, roll stealth,
Okay.
and let's see if you can do it stealthily
All right.
without giving away
Okay.
your presence.
All right.
You know what? I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me get my husband from the back. He knows more information.
actually thinking that. It's like, you know what? I'm just taking over driving for a little bit. Let me get my husband up here. I'll turn around and say, Nathaniel's, come up here. We're at the gate. Honey, it's time to wake up.
Some bullshit.
Hey man, we really
Oh
need
my
this,
God.
okay? I swear.
My deception is a -1. I don't think you want me trying to concoct something up here.
I guess I'm going to hop out the back.
Okay. So
diarrhea.
So you hop out the back and you make your way around, and they heard you jump from the back, and the barbarian says, "Unless you show us what you got, you're not going to be able to pass through. I hope you have some papers or something." And then the hobgoblin says, "Yes, show us what you have."
Oh, fuck. I rolled a 14 for deception.
Then you better make it really real. I want to hear what you have to say, and you better make it sweet.
I'm going to go up to the person who asked for my papers. Be like, I am unfortunately so sorry, but my very stupid wife here had left them from where we came. But if you would be so kind as to let us in so we could sell our blankets, I will, kind of give you some gold.
Okay.
That's what we call bribery, children.
Yeah, that's what.
Damn right, that's what it is. Cash is king.
Okay, so they
That
kind
was
of
pretty good for me.
they look at you. They look between themselves and said, "So, well, this bribe that you have for us, what are we talking about here? as they kind of look around, making sure no one else hears what's going on.
Hold on, let me see how much gold I actually fucking have before I say anything else. Where the fuck is my gold? I thought it was in inventory. Where do I go to find gold? Oh, here it is. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh.
I'll look at them and say 50 gold pieces each. Sound good?
You
Damn,
can
bro,
see.
I have 11 gold.
I have 203.
So
That's real meta here, real quick. First off, you should have told them you'd pay them when you left, not when they let you in.
But see,
Secondly,
they wouldn't
50
believe that,
gold
though.
is a hell of a lot of fucking money.
yeah, it is 50 gold is
Like,
yeah.
we don't think you're gonna make that kind of money back off selling blankets.
Who said money is important to me? Y'all want in this motherfucker or not?
I mean, yeah, just I was
Then
better
shut
than
the fuck
that.
up.
Yeah,
Try like
yeah. There's not really
10
anything.
gold a piece or something.
There's not really anything. He's already shot the bolt on this one.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I
I
can
would have been
always
like,
steal.
I'll give you
I can always
20%
steal.
of the profit I make. And
I can
then
always
you
steal the
not owe
gold
them
back.
anything because
That
you're
is
not going to sell any fucking
probably
blankets.
true.
But
So-
I could always steal the gold back if you
Yeah.
fuckers would let me. Yeah, Rogue's not such a bad guy.
You're
All
gonna steal
right,
that
you
gold
know,
back,
he's
get
got a
caught.
point there. You know, I ain't gonna lie, Shane.
He's going to get
It's
caught
true.
stealing that gold back, and it's all
Who
gonna
said
be
I'm stealing it from them? Who said I'm stealing it from them? I'm just gonna go and collect random shit I see throughout this whole ordeal.
So okay, so their interest is piqued by your offer of, was it 50 gold each?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
You're being really
Okay.
generous.
Yeah, you're extremely generous. And so they just kind of walk back with you to the back of the cart, and you finish your business back there with them. And they start to make their way back up to the front, and the barbarian starts to wave you through. I need everybody to make perception checks.
She didn't say
Oh, holy shit.
Jeez.
Damn, I should have rolled that to steal the fucking gold back. Damn.
Okay. Ooh.
Ew.
So ooh. Okay, so
It's a -1, but
so
it's still a 10.
Apton heard nothing. Athena heard something. Phenom heard something, and of course Nathanios, as he is getting back up into the back of the cart. Nathanios, and the rest of you hear this whooshing sound as the sky is lit up by at least 20 fiery arrows as they start to arc and make their way towards the front of to the actual wooden wall in front of you. And you hear the barbarian yell out, "Get inside! Get inside now!" And he's looking at you, Athena, as he's running. Get inside! And you see him and the hobgoblin reach back, pull their weapons, and they start making their way back across the bridge towards, from what you can only imagine, is the attacking southern force. And that's when the pyrotechnics go off. What's that?
Is
Go on,
there
Jerry.
more carts behind us?
No. Well, actually, there are 2 carts behind you on the bridge. And you all just left the bridge, and just as your wheels left that the bridge blows up.
Oh, well.
Oh,
That answers
never
my
mind.
question. Then.
Showering everyone was, it's like right now the Conestoga wagon tarp is shredded by flying pieces of wood. And you punch it. I mean, you're like standing up in the driver's thing, just, like this, trying to get through. And the cart ahead of you had long gone while this. So there is nothing in front of you, but you see that there are people trying to get inside. But then you also see that there are soldiers trying to make their way out, and you were able to get inside before a large group of soldiers pushes their way past uh, the wooden gate. So now you're actually
Yeah.
inside. Everybody,
Well,
like I said,
as we were trying to go past the gate,
yeah.
I wanted to mix two of the bottles together and
Okay.
just kind of like lay it out of the cart as we were driving by, in
Okay.
hopes that it kind of boom booms on the soldiers.
Okay, so you will have to roll a dexterity check to see if you can actually get it on the ground without it, because you all are moving at pretty quickly, to be able to set it down without blowing you and the cart up.
What happens if I were to wrap it in a blanket and toss it?
Once it hits, it'll blow up.
Even with the cushion of the blanket?
Yep. You literally
Nice.
have to put it down gently on the ground and run the hell away. You have 2 minutes to get away from it. Anything that just jostles it is going to blow the hell up.
Oh, you make things so difficult.
You know it.
Because you say, what happens if I tied a string around it and just lowered it down that way?
Yeah, but the cart's in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Science.
Dexterity save, you say?
Dexterity. Yep. Dexterity check.
Well, there's a lot of chaos going on right now, right?
Yes.
Can I just
Yeah.
hop out of the cart?
Yeah,
and
you could
put
actually
it down and run.
Yeah, you could do it.
I'll do that. I'll put it down on the ground and then try to run back to the cart.
Okay. So
I'll stick my hand out and try to reach for him.
okay, so very good. So do you have an acrobatics check?
I do.
Give me an acrobatics check with because Venom is helping you with advantage. Okay, 14. 14's not bad. Okay, so you hit
Do you want me to roll?
So no, it's good. So you hit the ground running, and you sort of quickly double back. So you're right now standing next to the gate. You see that there are soldiers running through, swords and axes drawn, and so you can find like a small area along the fence, the actual gate line, if you want to put that down.
Yes.
Okay. So the cart is still in motion, so you're going to have to run and catch up with the cart. You do put the flask down, you mixed it, put it down, and then you start running as fast as you can to catch up with the cart.
Yes.
Yeah. So it starts to slow down a little bit because of the amount of people traffic on the streets. But you're also kind of thinking that this might not be a bad thing, because you now have, what would probably be better is that you might leave the cart and head on foot, sort of mixing with the crowds of people trying to escape the chaos.
That works too.
Yeah, because you really can't go much further with the horse and the cart.
Can we jump out of the cart now?
You can.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So you leave the cart, and up on a hill in the center of the city, you can see this gigantic Viking longhouse-like structure. In the center of it is it has a sort of a peaked roof with a chimney that, and you also see bright light spilling from it. That there is a fire obviously lit in this great hall, and you start to push your way through the crowd. Like I said, you see tons of soldiers, and at that point in time, you hear in the northern part of the city a similar explosion, and people are shouting and yelling and screaming. The darkness is lit up with just a great pyrotechnic show now in the north part of the city. And you now see that some of the soldiers are now shifting. Some are going south, some are now going north, and you're caught up in this wave of humanity as it pushes further and further away from the south gate.
Well,
Yes?
while all this is going on, can I pickpocket a few people? Try to make my money back.
It would be really, really hard to do so, being that people are running and scrambling. I will allow you 2 rolls with disadvantage. Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, so that was your first roll. What's your next one?
The second one was 25.
Well,
I have
no,
26.
you
Well,
have
that's
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I rolled 2 times, right?
Right. You get
2 times you can
2
roll.
attempts.
So you roll 2 times again.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so as Nathanios is going along on his way, every once in a while you just kind of, if you were watching or really seeing what he's up to, he has his blades out. He has at least one blade out as he's going around, and if there's like people running by or running with him, he just kind of reaches out and cuts their purse strings and then just takes it and puts them in his pockets. And not being much, not being any wiser. Oh, okay, the perception. Yeah, so you're actually seeing he's kind of going through here and working his way through the crowd as he hits at least 2 people up for whatever they happen to have in there. He just pockets it. He doesn't go through it to find out what he gets. We will get to that later. So, but yeah, you can see that he is definitely, even in this chaotic situation, he is hard at work, plying his trade as a rogue.
This tune's OP as fuck. The 28 wasn't even an
I mean,
nat 20
honestly, I'm
either.
not gonna lie, Rob. I'm gonna give it to you. This tune is fucking nuts. The fact that you can lie and steal anything you fucking want. But
Now you know why I always play rogues, because they're so fun.
Well, it suits your personality too.
It does.
Let's be honest.
It does. All right.
Real basics of
Wait,
his
should I
skill.
take that as an insult?
Yes.
Fuck you.
I say no, but
Okay. Well, not fuck you, but fuck you, Shane.
Oh, jeez. F you, Shane. All right. So, like I said, this is a very large city, and you're pretty far away. But as you get closer and closer towards the center, people start, have went to, have went down different roads that branch off. You can see them entering their houses, locking up. Some have went home and grabbed weapons and have came back out and either heading to the north or the south. But as you get closer and closer to the longhouse, you notice that the crowds have thinned and soldiers are thankfully absent as you start to make your way closer and closer to this very imposing building. Like I said, it's close to about 11 o'clock at night. The moon is full and high, and it casts a sort of an eerie glow down. The snow has stopped, and the clouds have cleared a little bit. And that is what you kind of see before you. You're probably about 4 or 5 blocks away from the longhouse. And now the streets are just a scant few people are visible. And you can still hear that there is a lot of chaos and commotion going on to the north and south. You can actually see that the south wall might be on fire because you can see a bright glowing light from the south. You do not see the similar in the north, but the moonlight has lit up that there is definitely something ablaze on the other side of the north wall. Okay, so like I said, you start to make your way further and further north, and you finally find yourself actually on the outside of this gigantic longhouse. And you can see that the two large wooden doors in the front are wide open, and you can see firelight spilling out onto the dirt road, that the dirt path that leads up to those two large double doors. And
Charge on ahead.
Alrighty. So you now get, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the map. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's switch over to the map. All right, folks, hang tight. We're going to switch to our Roll20 map. And then I'll give it to the players. How kind of me, right? I think that's it. All right, I think you guys can see it. Hopefully.
What? Crystal?
Yes. There,
Yes.
Yeah, you can see that you guys are down here in the bottom. And you see that there is a barbarian of some stature standing there, sort of glaring at you and looking at you
menacingly.
Yes, and you can see he is dressed in what you could only describe as some sort of finery. Even for a barbarian, you can see that atop his head sits a crown of iron, and within it is a large, bright sapphire. To his left is a large ruby red crystal, much larger than the one that you'd seen before. And it is pulsing. That same strange color that the one that you had destroyed before. And as he notices you, he bellows out, and it fills the entire hall with his booming voice. And he says, "So, you have come to disturb the crystal and its minions. Is that so?"
We're seeking shelter from the chaos outside.
He looks and says, "Ah, liars, one and all, I see the truth." And I need everybody to make an arcane knowledge check.
Arcane knowledge checks. That would be just Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know shit.
I don't know shit either. None of us know anything.
Damn, you guys are terrible. Okay, so obviously he's calling your bluff, and you're not really too sure what is actually occurring. But as you see him, he reaches behind him and pulls out like the largest war axe that you've ever seen. And his muscles are just like rippling. And as he does so, he reaches to his belt and picks up a flask and just downs it and crushes it, throws it to the ground and crushes it. And as he does, he starts to grow in size.
I'm
So
going
now-
to
Can
golf clap.
Can I use that 18 in religion to see if I can recognize what religion he might follow and if I can challenge him to one-on-one combat?
What, so he can step on you?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Sure.
Okay. Well, does he accept, or do I recognize if his religion would accept such a challenge?
Okay. So you got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
From what you gather, you know a little bit about the religions of the barbarians here, and they are mostly based on like animalistic religions. They think of certain animals like animal spirits and things of that nature. They also have a spirit like ancestral worship. So
Mm.
you're not really too sure exactly how that would work out. But okay, you know what? Let's high or low, my friend, high or low.
Let's go with high because I got to be high if this is going to work.
31. Unfortunately, it does not. Alrighty. So he says, "Come and try to do your worst." As he literally jumps over this table and he lands here and he starts to make his way towards you. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Make sure you click your character.
Yeah,
I already did.
click your character, folks.
Rob, click your character.
Yeah, I did.
Ugh.
Just making
God.
sure.
5? What am I? Chopped liver?
No, chopped liver would have done better.
Yeah, as he starts to make his way in closer, everybody make a perception check.
Okay, maybe I'm more perceptive. I am. Damn,
That's
Okay.
not
Jesus
shit.
Christ, Captain.
Okay, so Apton, Athena, and Phenom, you all notice that you see around his neck is one of those raven claw necklaces with the gem in it, and it's pulsing in time with the large red gem, the ruby gem, at the throne.
Did you put the initiative order thing up?
No, I haven't, but I will.
Okay.
Do we know who he is? Like, if he's like the head king guy?
Yes.
Yes, he is the head king guy, or yes,
Yeah,
not?
yeah. I mean, he has the crown. You've never seen this person, but you can only guess that this is
But
definitely
he's the father of the two that we met,
right.
so we probably shouldn't kill him.
I mean, fucker called us out.
Okay.
Fucker called us out. Nice.
I'm going to have Athena go first. Actually, what's your dexterity?
Did the boss roll?
Yeah,
as well?
I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
So because
All the way up.
I have to do
14.
I go first. Well, let me rephrase that. Out of Athena and I go first. I have a
Right.
higher dex.
Okay, so he rolled a 17. I got to add him because I don't have an actual character thing for him, but that's okay. Custom item is king.
And what's his dexterity?
17. And add. Okay, did I add him? Oh, but it
Yes.
didn't. It didn't add.
Can
Well,
you
dang.
click on the 0 and
I can.
manually change it?
Thank you. All right. Good deal. All right.
What's his dexterity?
His dexterity is a 16.
So him and I are tied.
Okay.
Roll you for it.
Sure. Are we doing a D20 or D100?
We do D100.
Okay.
Well, the hell?
So I got a 72.
Oh, okay, that was something else. All right, I got a 38. So he goes first.
Okay.
I'm second. Athena's third.
Okay. So very good. Alrighty. So let me put that into our descending order. Let me stretch this out so everybody can see it. I think I can stretch it out. Yeah, I can. Come
Come on, do it,
on.
old man.
I got it. I got it. Okay. So, yeah, he is actually going to, he's going to charge. So
Good thing Athena's up
10,
front.
20, 25, 30, 40, 45. So, yeah, he's going to come here and he can actually attack. Yeah, so he's going to end up like right here. Being that he is now enlarged, his threat range is no longer just 5 feet. And so let me see who he is going to attack. Let's see, D6.
Who's he attacking?
He's going to attack Nathanios.
Is he
Okay,
in
then
with 5 feet of me?
No, but he's within 5 feet of me, so I
yeah.
get a reaction through him.
Okay,
Reaction.
so he's not for me. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, he is going to make his attack. He's going to do his attack roll, which is D20. 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 And he gets a 28.
For what?
That hits Rob.
That hits Rob.
Yeah, because
That
I have like
most
a
likely hits
14
Rob.
armor class.
Plus,
Okay.
that's a nat 20, by the way.
Oh, is it? Oh, fuck me.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Robert's dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty much dead.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be a D12 plus 8. So yeah, that's that would be a 20. Yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, so it'd take 35 points of damage.
Jesus Christ, I'm at 18.
Well, go squish.
Okay.
All right, well, Athena did an attack of opportunity. She hit for 29.
Okay. That'll hit.
Yeah, that's right. Bend them over and spank them.
It's got like 2 options though.
Hold on, look. Go back over and let me see.
What's this one?
That's if you activate it or if it's not activated.
No, I think that's something else because, well, he says it's a D6 plus 1d6 fire damage while it's on fire. Well, it's not on fire yet.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I said this or not. I was thinking that we should aim for the necklace. Although maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
Damage.
Okay, so it does 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Apton, it is your turn.
How do you guys feel about me trying something and not 100% sure it's going to work? But if it does, we're set. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna hope to God this works. I'm gonna cast banishment on him.
Okay.
You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma savings throw or be banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demiplane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space, if that space is occupied. If the target, so he has to make a charisma savings throw of 17.
Okay, so he needs to make a savings throw of 17.
Mhm.
Okay, so for charisma?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he has a +3 on that. So let's see if I can actually roll it from here.
Don't
Let's see,
do
let's,
it.
let's see if he can roll it from here. I think I can, if I remember right. Maybe? No, I don't think I can. It's a little different when you're doing it from here. Oh, I guess I can.
Wait, why is there 2?
I'm not sure. I don't know. That makes no sense.
I guess maybe like if you had to do like a disadvantage or advantage.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, so what was the DC that he had to make?
And I 17.
Sorry. All right. So that did not work.
That would have been so cool.
Athena, it is your turn.
Alright. Is he like close to death or so far from death it's ridiculous?
So
yeah,
far from death,
he
it's
looks.
ridiculous. We
He
literally
got
hit him
scratched. He got
Yeah.
scratched. He got
Yeah.
scratched.
Yeah, he got scratched.
I'm gonna push my button on my sword
Okay.
and use 2 hands with it. Because
Okay.
apparently I can do this one-handed or two-handed.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That will not hit.
Alright. Can I get one more?
Sorry. That will not hit.
What?
No.
Alright, well, then I'm gonna use this story order. As soon as I find it. Alright, so it's a D10.
Okay.
24.
Add that to it.
That'll hit.
Right. Well, so it is that. Do it.
So 17.
But it's on fire, so it's plus 1d6.
Okay.
And I got a 6.
So 23.
23 hit? Oh, 23 damage? Okay.
Mhm.
Good. All right. Very nice. Is that it for you, Athena?
Nice.
No, I'm gonna shift.
Okay.
Shift to something tanky.
He only shifts into a wolf.
Shift to my wolf.
Oh,
Okay. Nathanios, it is your turn.
Well, since he hit me pretty bad, I'm gonna do that thing from Family Guy where I grab my knee and go, oh.
Go. Ah, ah.
I guess I'll attack him.
Okay. That'll hit.
Yep.
Okay, so 6 piercing
Whole
damage.
a whole whopping 6 fucking damage.
and do you get 2 attacks, right, Rob?
That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm trying to see.
It's under
If you-
actions. If it says actions, attacks per action, and then it should say a number.
Yeah.
It says 1.
It's like, oh, well then,
No.
oof. All right.
Oh, well. So I did 6 points of damage. Yeah, I'm helping.
Nice job, Rob. Okay. So now it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what is it that it's a safe movement? It's half my move, or half my walking is.
No, you're not. You're not engaged with him, so you
Yeah.
can
Okay.
you can move your full speed.
Okay, and then that's a full move because I don't want to use a full move. I just want to be able to kind of get because Athena's right in front of me, so I can't exactly shoot him.
You
Well,
can take a 5-foot step.
but you also remember he is much taller because he's enlarged.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Shoot him in the pecker.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, then I'm just gonna do my thing. Then I'm gonna just. Well, you know what? No, I want to kind of gain a little bit of distance, just that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not close enough for him to kind of swing on me.
Okay.
So
yeah.
what is it? This is like a 5-foot step,
Yep, that's a 5-foot step.
or this?
Yep, that would be a
I'll
5-foot
do
step. Okay.
Oh, yo, that's cool. The shadows change when you move your character. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, just noticed that, by the way.
See?
Alright, anyway, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
really cool.
Yeah, I set that all up for you guys.
Dude, that is so cool. All right. So I'm gonna pull oath bow out. I'm gonna knock an arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say swift death to you who have wronged me.
Okay.
And
And-
he is now my sworn
Yeah.
enemy.
And now it whispers back its reply. And you were filled with the power that flows through the bow. And so go ahead and do what you were going to do.
I'm gonna do the 2 attacks.
Okay.
Oh.
That will miss.
Both or one?
Both will miss.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I took a 5-foot step. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so we're up at the very, very top of the thing. He is now going to pivot to from what he believes is the actual true threat, which is Athena. Athena, he is going to do his full attack on you this time. So, I know, right? Terrible, isn't it? What a horrible thing. Okay. So let's go over here. Let's go to the character sheet and let's see what he's got. Did I not put his weapons down there? Oh, no. Oh, I did. Yeah, here they are. Oh, it's a great sword, not a great axe. Sorry. Oh, that's not cool. Rob, I'm gonna change the damage on yours. Subtract that 15 from that initial damage. So add 15 to your score. Because I'm a benevolent.
15 HP.
Yeah. Add 15.
Okay. So I'm at 33 of 53.
Right. Okay. Okay. And so first attack is a 24.
Yeah, first hit's 24.
Seriously?
Second hit is 13.
Right. Well, actually, I think the 24 would be the hit, and I think the 13's the damage.
No, because both of those are plus 12.
1d20.
You rolled a nat 1.
Oh, okay. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2 rolls.
Okay, so the first one will hit, and then we will do the second one.
So wait a minute. So
Yeah.
it's just a hit?
Yeah, that's
You
just the
haven't done
hit.
damage yet?
Yeah, I haven't done
So-
damage yet.
Well, yeah, no. So technically, because it rolls twice, I would just say that those count as the 2 rolls, right?
Because he
Or
has
would you
two
want to
attacks.
roll
No.
it again?
But that doesn't
No.
make any sense either. Because if you chose to do 2 different things instead of one attacking with both, holy shit! What the fuck,
Okay, so
Brian?
what's
Brian,
wrong? What's wrong?
5 attacks? What the
Okay,
fuck?
no. It's not 5 attacks. Okay, so this was the first attack. That was the second attack. This is the damage. Just those 2, 19 and 25.
Wait, what?
But those are all the same.
I think it's the same thing. I don't. It's
Yeah,
still
it's all
being the
rolling the
plus
same
12.
thing.
Yeah.
It's all rolling the
1d20
d20.
plus 6 strength plus proficiency equals 12 plus 6 plus 6. And then if you look at the same thing, it does. All the rolls are the same.
Yeah, all of those are d20s.
Well, okay. Oh, all these are all. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Let
All
me.
of those are d20s.
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, so we're really thinking that this is the first attack and that's the damage.
No, they're even on the right hand side. It's
So the first,
damage as well.
yeah. So 24 is the first roll of
Yep.
1d20. That's the first attack.
Yep.
And then the 13 is the second attack.
Okay.
Is that it has the same roll
Because they're both
program.
rolling
Oh, okay.
d20s
Okay.
plus 12.
Okay, so then this one would be
None of them look like
this
the
one will be the
damage.
damage for the first attack. The 19. So you take 19 points of damage.
Well, yeah. I mean, the 19 is still a d20 though.
Do I take 19 points of damage?
No.
No.
Athena.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank God.
Your damage is a d20?
Yeah, because I think because he has yeah, see, okay, so think about it like this. Okay, so if this is the first and that's the second attack, when I rolled for damage, this would have been the first damage, and this one, if this one had been if this one had hit, then it would have been this damage. I think. I don't know. It's really weird. Let's take a look. Okay, so what I did was this.
Yeah, no, because
Okay.
the way that it looks is that it's rolling.
Okay, so
all of these are d20s plus the 12.
Well, the plus 12 is his
Yeah,
plus,
no, that's the
right.
thingy. Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing.
And this
yeah,
is
so
the damage.
so hit the damage type thing, which it says the 2d6 plus 6 slashing.
Okay,
If you click that,
I just did that, and it still comes
Okay.
back. I think it's because this is thinking it's the damage.
I don't know. That's so weird because it's not.
'Cause it's a
Why
great
did
sword
it
plus
just
12.
pop up?
Yeah,
I mean, that would make more sense if
That
the
makes
left
more
is the
sense.
to hit and
Right.
the right is damage.
right.
Even though it looks like it's
I
not
guess.
showing
Okay.
the right number on there.
Okay.
All right. Well then, yeah. Let's just
Okay.
we'll just do that.
So I think
then.
that's what it's going to be. Because let's see. Let me see if I do hand
Hmm.
axe.
It's 2d6 plus what on his damage?
2d6 plus 6.
Plus 6.
That's 12, 18. So he has a max damage output of 18. So that can't be that because he got 27, 26, 28, 18, and 32. There's no way that's his damage.
Yeah, it's really weird how it's coming in. I don't know.
Well, okay. So hold on. Maybe it's because he gets. I think he gets 2 attacks. No, he might actually get more than 2 attacks. I don't know, guys. How about we do it this way? How about we do it like?
Well, all right. So how about we just do it. So it's 20 plus 12, and then it's 2d6 plus 6. So you just roll.
Yeah.
1 2d6 plus 6.
Okay, so I can do that for you guys.
Yeah, because I know you're trying to make it difficult, but we're not dealing with frogs here.
Okay, so so the first attack, which was the 24, does 14 damage. The second attack was the 28, and it will do 11 damage. Okay.
She takes 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage.
Okay.
Whack. Okay.
There we go. Sounds good.
Okay, Apton, it is your turn.
What was the hit, though?
Both of them hit.
Yeah.
And you took 25 points of damage.
Yes.
They're both over 19 to hit?
They were both over 20.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one was 24 and the other one was 28.
Okay.
All right. That's probably a bad idea. That's probably a bad idea as well. I have so many fun things that I can't use because there's too many friendlies nearby. Wrong mouse.
What if you just ran up to the crystal with the little thing you got? And
Well, that would be nice, but I got to see if I can do that. All right, I'm going to. So his area range is 10 feet now.
Yes.
So that's going to be. I need this thing. Okay. So. And if I move as fast as I possibly can, using nothing but movement, how fast can I move? Times what?
I think it's 3 times. At least, well, I think 3 times is or 4 times is charge. 2 times is like a run or a sprint. If you're charging,
So
I think it's like 4 times.
Okay, so I can move up to 100.
Okay.
All right, so that's 80, but I'm going to use some of it to go around him.
Okay.
So we'll just do it this way. So we'll go 25, 80, 90, 100 is too long. See if I can cut 15.
Yeah. Like if you were doing it, you would have to do it in a straight line, I believe.
Oh, straight line. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, poor little mouse folk. Well, let's give this a try just for fun to see if it works.
Okay.
Where is this? Oh, that's an action, so I wouldn't be able to run. All right, YOLO, my dudes. I'm gonna make a beeline right for the fucking crystal and try and slap it with my obsidian stone
Okay.
or whatever that magical stone
Being that
is.
you will definitely cross within
Yep.
his area, so you will incur an
Yep.
attack of opportunity.
Yep. Let's just hope he doesn't do more than 63 points of damage in one slice.
Okay. So, all right. So you give it a shot. He's going to get an attack. So let's go back over to character sheet. And here we go. And with a swipe. Let's see what happened.
28 to hit. So
28 to hit. Yeah. And I'll roll the damage over here. 14 points of
14.
damage.
I lived.
Yeah.
He's the boy who lived.
Yeah. Alrighty. So you rush up to it, but you can't take any action till next turn.
so because he did that within 5 feet of me, do I get to?
She has Sentinel, so she gets to make
Yep.
a slap back.
Yep.
Oh, and because he also did that, I can use my Wrath of the Storm.
Yeah.
Because
Can you do it when you're in motion?
it's a
and
reaction.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You
Go
can
ahead.
use your reaction to cause it. I'll let her do hers first.
Okay. Go for it.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Two-handed. 16.
16. very good.
You also have to. Okay, that is the burning.
Okay.
And so he
Oh.
needs to make a.
Oh, do I also do the burning one too?
It's on there, isn't it? No.
No,
Go ahead.
no, that's two-handed.
-4.
So 20 damage.
Okay. All right.
And he needs to make a DC 17 Dex save.
Okay. DC. Dex save. Let's do that. All right, Mr. Dex save. Let's see how we're going to do that. Dexterity.
He's going to fail because it's
Yep.
17.
Okay.
So he'll take an additional 2d8 points of damage, which will be 12.
Okay.
I could knock him backwards as well towards Athena and Nathanios, but I won't do that.
Okay. Yeah, that would be.
Well, I mean,
How
they
nice.
might get attacks of opportunity because he's
Right.
moving into their threatened area. But
Okay. Let's see. No, hold on. It's Athena's turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right. You ready for this?
Do I have a choice? Okay.
16.
Did I hit?
Nope. That'll hit. Which one are you using? The third. Okay.
The two-handed.
16.
So 16.
Okay. Good.
Plus the 3 for the.
Yeah.
And then I've got this other thing,
He can bite.
but it's like a plus.
That's a crit on the
That-
bite.
That'll hit.
Okay, this is where.
So what's the full? So what's the full damage?
It's 11. She max damage twice then. So it's 22 damage.
22 damage. Nice.
She bit the shit out of this motherfucker.
1d6 plus 5 is the max damage.
Yeah, you critted though. So you get the
I
max
know,
damage
but-
is 11. Plus the other 11 you rolled.
Right. So there you go.
Oh, I
22.
didn't realize that was 11.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Vicious.
Nathanios, it's your turn.
I'm going to stealth.
Okay. Go for it. Okay. So Nathanios disappears.
And that's
Art in the wind.
it, right? That's all he can do.
If he actually moves behind him though, that
Yeah.
would give us
Attacks
flanking.
of opportunity.
Yeah.
But the issue,
Or yeah,
Flanking.
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Venom.
All right. Well, I'm gonna, he's already my sworn enemy, so I'm gonna just
Okay.
roll the hit.
That'll hit.
Both.
Both will hit.
All right.
22.
22. Okay. He is looking ragged, but he is still gigantic and still full of power. And he is going to once again strike out at Athena. So let's see how that works out.
We hope.
Okay. All right. So first attack is. All right. Let's see how he did.
26.
26.
That hits.
The 29 damage. I think. No, I'll roll the damage here in a minute. So the first one hit,
yeah.
and the second
That
one
one
was
does
an
not
18.
hit.
Okay, very good.
That's
So
not hit.
let's
So
do
only
the
the first-
Let's do the first one. 15 points of damage. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Apton.
Mama slapped his bitch with stone.
Okay, so so you as you all as you're watching all this combat going on and everything, you see Apton raise the sphere, and he smashes it against the crystal. You see where it hits. these veins, these cracks start to form, and as they do, you can see it starts to fall apart. And just as it does, you can see the light in it is starting to fade, and also the crystal around the neck of the king also fades. And as it does so, you can see it's like working in time, and the crystal shatters and falls apart and just falls at your feet, Apton. And as it falls, as the crystals hit the ground, the king loses consciousness and falls to his knees in front of you, and then falls to the side on the ground. But as he does so, I need Phenom, Athena, and Nathanos to make a perception check.
Watch the mouse blast off.
With advantage. Okay, so everybody did really, really well. Okay, so as you see that he falls, as soon as he falls, it's like this black ooze or something is literally is shooting out of his mouth and his nose. And it starts to pull on the ground in front of you. And as it is taking form, what stands in front of you, I'm just going to put the king back here a little bit where he fell. In its place is this gigantic, or this very large demonic creature. Turns, it has
It's venom.
It's no, it's not venom.
Venom. We are venom.
But yeah, it turns and looks at you with its very bug-like eyes, and it lets out this horrible cry. And it's holding its very large spear, and you can see its tail is that of like a scorpion. And immediately the temperature drops 20 degrees around you. And Apton, as you look back towards your friends, all you see is this hulking demonic creature, and you see the king has fallen on the ground, and you're thinking, oh crap, what now? And unfortunately, guys, I think that's where we're going to call it for this evening.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that was quite an adventure there.
Yeah. So what'd you guys think? Pretty good?
That was good. I liked it. That was fun.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
I didn't like the fact that I missed my first two shots. After literally going, you will die because you're my sworn enemy, and then going, never mind.
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, good. All right, guys. Well, this has been the episode 40 of the Ambassadors to the Barbarian Kings. They've actually reached the throne room of the Barbarian King and are now, they have laid defeat, but have found out that he was actually possessed by some sort of evil demonic creature, which they will face off against next week. Same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Mystic Syndicate channel. Again, we give a nice little thanks out to Anna B. Meyer for her beautiful maps. Thank you very much for the folks who showed up in chat tonight. We had a few people drop by, which was very nice. Shout out to Kim and Legend of Dragoons was on. We had a few people show up this evening, which was really nice. JC, Captain Jack was on. So we want to thank you all very much for dropping by and checking us out. It does our hearts good when we know that we actually have people that we're entertaining. Hope that you've had a good time. If you have any questions about Dungeons & Dragons, you can always send us a message, either with a Twitch whisper, or you can also get on our Discord, which feel free to do that too if you would like. You can also reach out to the players here if you would like more information about them. I don't know how much they would share, but if you're looking for an internet friend, they might be willing
to
to
overshare.
All right, folks. Well, you guys have a great week, and we will see you next Sunday. Shane, you have some words of wisdom that we can part with?
This episode was sponsored by Exorcisms. Please get yours today.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
See ya.